2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 12. And Abner, the son of Ner, the servant of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, sent out from Mahanaim to Gibeon, and Joab, the son of Zeruiah, and the servants of David went out and met together by the pool of Gibeon. And they sat down, the one on the one side of the pool and the other on the other side of the pool. So what's going on at this point, it's finna be like a versus. Your guy, your squad against our squad. Okay? Your team against our team. And Abner said to Joab, let the young men now arise and play before us. And Joab said, let them arise. So just like a referee, or you go to a football game or boxing match and they say,
let's get ready to rumble.
This was like a sport here. All right. They wanted to see whose was the strongest, was the fastest. Who would win if we compete with one another? Saul's army or David's army? Okay. Then there arose and went over by number 12 of Benjamin, which pertained to Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and 12 of the servants of David. So we got 12 over here of Saul's, and then we got 12 over here of David's. And they caught every one his fellow by the head, and thrust his sword in his fellow's side. So they fell down together. Wherefore that place was called Helkath Hazarim, which is in Gibeon. And there was a very sore battle that day, and Abner was beaten. So he got the worst end of the stick. And the men of Israel before the servants of David, because David's servants got the best of him. All right. Let's go to 2 Samuel 3 and 1. So what is that showing us here? Saul's army was known as being the baddest, and they was conquering the Hamites throughout the whole period that Saul was ruling. But as we see in here, that guess what? To everything there's a time. All right. We're going to get 2 Samuel chapter 3. It reads, now, there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. But David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker. See? In most of the case, letting you know that just because you was top person at one point in time, it's always room for the next generation. All right. So Saul was there first, and David came after. All right. But what it's saying is that even though he was here first, Saul, he got weaker and weaker, while David got stronger and stronger. All right. Let's go back to 2 Samuel chapter 2. And we're going to pick up at, let's start at verse 18. And there were 3 sons of Zeruiah there, Joab and Abishai and Asahel. All right. So there was 3 sons of King David's sister. All right. It don't mention their father. It mentions his sister here. All right. And that's their mother. All right. So you got Joab, Abishai, and you got Asahel. And Asahel was as light on foot as a wild roe, meaning he was fast. This man was very athletic. That's why it's giving you his ability, man. He was God gifted. All right. You know, in the scripture said that when Esau and Jacob was born, he said one was going to be stronger than the other. He was going to be very athletic. All right. Asahel was like the epitome of that. All right. The prime definition of what fast was, man. He was famous for his athleticism, man. Just like a lot of brothers today, you know. You got, what's the other brother? Adrian Bronner. He was coming up, and they was calling him the next Floyd Mayweather at one point in time. So he was very athletic because his athletic ability. Okay. It says, and Asahel pursued after Abner. And in going, he turned not to the right hand, nor to the left, from following Abner. Then Abner looked behind him. So what it's saying here is that this man, his mind was set on killing Abner. He didn't look to the left. He didn't look to the right to see if someone was shooting at him. Understand, they out here shooting at one another with arrows. They battling right now. All right? To see who the strongest is. Okay? This man ain't even paying attention to what's going on around him. His mind is set. He want that top dog. I want the champ. I want the commander in chief, because I want the elder. You got to understand, this is the elder here. Even though he's not on your side and you going against him, you should always show respect to your elders, man. Okay? You know what I'm saying? But he like, see, this right here, this is going to make me more famous. This is going to bring me more fame. This is going to make me more popular. Listen, I'm not even worried about nobody. I just want him. I'm focused on him. Okay? And Asahel pursued after Abner, and in going, he turned not to the right hand nor to the left from following Abner. Then Abner looked behind him and said, "Art thou Asahel?" Question mark. Because he noticed how fast he was gaining on him, man. This man was quicker than anybody ever seen. He knew this had to be the guy that everybody kept talking about. You know, when you get fame and stuff, I only got to meet you, but I can see by your ability. I know, like, this got to be him. So letting you know that he was famous. Even Abner know who this young man was coming up in the ring. Just like when you seen Adrian Bronner coming up in the ring, Floyd Mayweather had to know who he was. All right, but he had his eyes set on Floyd instead of all the other brothers, all the other young men that was coming up in the league that he was going to have to be fighting against. I want the top dog. This what people be want. I want the top dog. I want the top spot. You know what I'm saying? We so impatient. Don't want to be patient. All right. It says, then Abner looked behind him and said, "Art thou Asahel?" And he answered, "I am." Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I'm him. You finna know it today. All right. And Abner said to him, "Turn thee aside to thy right hand or to thy left, and lay thee hold on one of the young men." He said, "Man, listen, man. You better go play with the young boys. This ain't what you want." You know what I'm saying? Because some people think because you old, you don't got it no more, man. He said, "Listen, play with some of the young boys, man. This ain't what you want. You trying to bite off more than you can chew. I understand you getting your little fame and everything. Your time gonna come, young brother. But this ain't what you want right here. All right, I'm the captain. I'm the top dog. I'm the shepherd. I'm the commander in chief. I'm the general, like Master P said. I'm the general of the tank." Most brothers, they want to go straight to the top. They don't got no respect for these brothers that's been in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Even David had respect for Saul, even though Saul went to being wicked. He still was like, "I ain't gonna touch the anointed one." Even though he was excelling, and everybody was seeing that David was excelling Saul. They was even like, Saul killed like this many, and David killed this many. That's what the jealousy came about. You know what I'm saying? But still, David never let that go to his head, man. He never let that go to his head. But nowadays, the younger generation, like with Asahel, started to get ahead of himself. He was moving so quick. Like, you see some of these brothers come in the truth, They start learning this and learning that. They moving quick. They trying to cram that. They trying to cram it all in. You know, I want to get to the top. I want to take out that. I want the top dude in charge. I want you. And you like, listen, focus on your brother that need this help. Focus on your father that need this help. Focus on the ones that's out here like Christ did. He said, I didn't come for the ones who hold. I came for the sinners. Focus on them. All right. He wasn't even focused on the elders and the scribes. They was coming to him. He wasn't even focused on the Pharisees. He was like, I'm coming for those right there. That's who need it. But listen, they wanted to come at him. All right. But they had that same jealousy and envious spirit on them like Saul did. So he telling him, said, look, go play with these young boys. Don't play with me. I'm not the one. You feel me? He even giving him an opportunity. He admonishing in him. You know what I'm saying? So you got to admonish your brother and give place to the law before you threaten them, see? All right, you got to always give place for the law. So he said, I'm going to warn you first. All right, but I can't let you take my life, young man. I know you want the fame and everything, but listen, I can't let you take my life. So we're going to go ahead 21. It said, and Abner said to him, turn thee aside to the right hand or to the left. Look that way, look to your right, or look to your left, and lay hold on one of the young men and take thee his armor, because to take someone's armor was a sign of this is what they did, man, for recognition and respect and credibility, man. All right, when someone take your armor, that's like your manlyhood, man. It's just like when Goliath died. You know, David cut his head off, took his shield, everything, man. He took that from him. Okay, this is what it said, and take thee his armor. But Asahel would not turn aside from following of him. He wouldn't listen. Just like the young men, they won't listen, man. But Abner know what he capable of, man. He like, man, you got a very bright future, bro. Just you want to stay away from me if you want to keep it bright. If you want to keep your future bright, stay away from me. Because he knew what he was capable of, man. But he like, man, he passed his prime. He old. This old head, I'm finna take this old head out. I'm finna get this recognition. I'm finna get this shine, man. I'm finna take him out. Let's get Job 32 and 12. This just like with Elihu. Let's go get this right quick. All right, because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, this was a lesson that was well overdue, man. All right, because I see this going on in Israel, man. People don't got no respect for their elders, man. We talking physical elders and we talking spiritual elders, man. They don't got no respect, man. I'm telling you, you gotta literally take it. All right. All right, this is Job chapter 32 and verse 12. It reads, yeah, I attended unto you. So Elihu is talking to Job's friends at this point. He's saying, I attended unto you. And behold, there was none of you that convinced Job. You know why? Because Job was that top dude, man. He was the top dude. They couldn't see him, man. Or that answered his words. Nobody could answer his words, man. Because he was an elder, man. He was a teacher, an instructor. All right, watch this. Verse 13. Lest you should say, we have found our wisdom. See that? But then if I go for Job, see, and I take Job down, then guess what? I can say I found our wisdom. See? I'm the champ. See? But watch what Elihu say here. God thrust him down, not man, see? See, you ain't gonna be able to do it. God gotta do it, man. He too above you, man. Y'all are not on his level. That's what Elihu trying to tell them, man. He was trying to tell them, man. He said, now, he have not directed his words against me. Hey, he ain't come at me. He ain't directing them at me. He ain't cut me up with the scriptures. All right, he ain't say nothing to me. Neither will I answer him with your speeches. I'm not even gonna answer him how y'all was doing it, man. All right, I'm coming a whole different way. Because I understand, man, this dude here is an elder, man. And he had respect for Job, man. He had respect for him. It wasn't disrespect. It wasn't like rude speeches. He wasn't doing that. When you read what Elihu and all the other friends was doing, they was rude with it. But with Elihu, he wasn't. He was in a respectful manner. He didn't, while he was talking, he didn't jump in and start talking over the elder. Verse 16, it said, when I had waited, for they spoke not, but stood still and answered no more. I said I would answer also my part. I also would show my opinion. All right, he said he waited. He didn't cut a man off in his speech, especially an elder, man. This whole thing with Elihu was showing so much manners, man. His conduct and how he gave his speech, man. This brother did a great job. All right, let's go back to 2 Samuel. All right, chapter 2. Let's get to it. I know them young brothers, it's burning them up, man. It's gonna burn them up right here, man. All right, it's gonna burn them up, man. All right, we're gonna start right here where we left off at 21. It says, and Abner said unto him, turn thee aside to the right hand or to thy left, and lay thee hold on one of the young. See that? The young men. See, you got to understand who Absalom was, man. When you jump back up to verse 18, it said he was light of foot as a wild roe, meaning he was fast. Some of these brothers fast to getting some understanding in the truth. They might start learning a couple scriptures real quick. You know what I'm saying? So they get ahead of themselves, man. They start getting ahead of themselves, man. You're like, hold up, slow, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. You're moving too quick, young Jedi. All right. And you know what happened to the first Jedi? Tried to go up against the mouse. He cut his arm off, man. He had to cut his arm off when he went to that dark side, man.
I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you. I should have known the Jedi were plotting to take over. Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine is evil. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Well, then you are lost. This is the end for you, my master.
These brothers don't know what's going on, man. You got to respect the elders, man. You can't get ahead of yourself, man. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth, man. Don't be so, what that's trying to say is don't be so in a hurry to grow up. Take your time. Your time gonna come. You gonna be the top dog. You gonna be a teacher. You gonna be an instructor. But don't despise your youth. Your time gonna come, man. It's just not now. It's just not now. And when you tell them, brother, ooh, man, they like, it's now. They don't have no respect, man. This is Romans chapter 11 and verse 3. Lord, they have killed thy prophets. See that? See that? And dig down thy altars. And I am left alone. And they seek my life, man. See that, man? See that? This is what they doing, man. People raising up little monsters, man, in this truth, man. For you know it, they want to exhort their authority, man. They coming at their heads. Very disrespectful, man. You know, I just wanted to touch on it, man. This, you know, I couldn't even, you know, this is my like first, I didn't expect my first, you know, lesson just putting out here was going to be talking about this. But I think that's where it starts at. Respect for one another, Israel. We got to have respect for one another. Respect for anyone that got respect for you, man. Not even just Israel, but have some respect, man. Everybody getting disrespectful out here, man. But we wanting respect. All right. This is Romans chapter 12. And I'm going to start at verse 6. Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us. Whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith. Or ministry, let us wait on our ministry. We got to be able to wait. But everybody despises that we in a hurry. Everybody in a hurry. We got to go. This is on God's time. Or he that teacheth on teaching, man. Okay, it's not hard. All right, let's go back to 2 Samuel chapter 2, and I'm gonna pick up at verse. Let's just start at 21. And Abner said to him, "Turn thee aside to the right hand or to the left, and lay thee hold on one of the young men, and take thee his armor." But Asahel would not turn aside from following of him. And Abner said again to Asahel, "Turn thee aside from following me." Man, go on, man. Leave me alone. He talking to him. Wherefore should I smite thee to the ground?
Don't try it. You were the chosen one. It was said that you would destroy this sin, not join them. Bring balance to the force, not leave it in darkness.
How then should I hold up my face to Joab, my brother? I'll be able to look your brother in the eye, man, if I kill his little brother. Tell me that. But watch this. How bet he refused to turn aside? He ain't listening, man.
Anakin.
You try to tell them, man. I'm the shepherd. I'm the chief. I'm the elder. I might not be your physical elder. You got spiritual elders as well, man. You know who they are. But the young man, he refused to turn aside. Wherefore Abner, with the hinder end of the spirit, smite him under the fifth rib. I don't know if y'all caught that. It said the hinder end, meaning he didn't even use the point of it, man. It's just like somebody kill you with a knife, the back of the knife, not even the point. They kill you with the handle. That's a death blow, man. That's a straight killer. That's somebody who been killing like for years, man. If anyone can hit you with the back of a knife, not even using the point of it, the back of the sword, kill you with it, that's somebody not to be messed with, man. That man was dangerous, man. But Asahel felt like he was ready. Brothers can pull out 1,000,000 precepts on you, show you they ain't nothing to play with, but you come up here with John 3:16. God love everybody. Come on, man. People don't got no respect for the elders, man. This man done poured 1,000,000 precepts. Went here, went there. Then you come up here with Galatians 5:1 talking about some God gave us liberty, man. The word is what makes you free from the sin. That's what takes you off from under the curses. Doing the word, man, which is the truth. When you start to read this thing, you start to get the truth, man. You start to see it in a whole new light. That's the truth. And if the Son make you free indeed. But this the thing. The young men have no respect for the elders. Even though Abner was going off. Abner was one of those elders, one of those foolish elders. All right. But still though, you got to have that respect for his experience, man. I'm talking about the worldly, he had the worldly experience like far as when it comes to, battling, fighting and killing people. You got to respect that much. You might not respect his morale or his spiritual beliefs and what he was doing, but still don't be no fool. Respect that this man is a killer. We out here fighting. Respect that, man. Some people don't understand that, man. And we're gonna go to that right quick. Far as I'm gonna show you, that Abner was going on. Okay. It says, how bad he refused to turn aside. Well, for Abner with the hinder end, that's the back end, man, of the spear, smite him under the fifth rib. That the spear came out behind him, man. That's a killer, man. He warned him over and over. You better go play with them young boys, man. Play with somebody around your age, man. Play with somebody that just not coming in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Some of you brothers just not coming in the truth, man. Go play. You want to get your sparring in, man. You want to test your little precepts out and stuff, man. Go play with these. Go in the church, man. Where they done deceived you your whole life, man. How about that? Go in there, man. Start there. They want to go out here on the block. All right? These brothers want to go straight out here on the block, man. I ain't seen them going to church. I ain't see them go there first, where the lies originated at. They want to go straight out there to the block, where these brothers actually on sideline. We sit down hours and hours. And these brothers sit down. They was here before I even came in. A lot of them was here before I even came in the truth. So I'm like, you're gonna be biting off more than you can chew. Even though some going off. But the scriptures say they're not gonna see eye to eye into the Lord gear. All right. You know what I'm saying? He gave this thing in measure, man. But they want to go straight there. How many brothers start getting a little understand? They want to go, let me go test my sword out. They ready to sword fight. Let's go. I got to see what I got. And they out there with a Peter Pan, man. I know you didn't come out here with that butter knife. Boy, you better go sit down. Take that down to the Shiloh, man. Shiloh Baptist Church, man. Go on down there in the bottom with that, boy. Don't bring that out there on the corners, man. I'm telling you, get chopped up. All right? You want to go play with these people that don't know what's going on, man. Wake them up. It ain't even about playing, man. Go wake them up, man. All right? So Abner was trying to say, man, listen, this ain't what you want. Don't think just because we old or think this dude old, you finna come out here and run something, man. I'm telling you, I'm going to put you in your place just like Adrian Bronner, man. He want to jump all through the rankings. I want the best fighter of all time. I want Floyd Mayweather. He ain't even fought none of the top guys that trying to fight Floyd. Knock them off first. Everybody was saying, listen, knock them off first. Floyd will give you a shot. You got to prove yourself. I'm not just finna give you a shot just because, you feeling like you the best. You got to prove that, man. He jumped the gun. We going straight to Madonna. He done jumped over. You know what I'm saying? He was moving too fast, man. And what did Madonna do? Had the brother sitting there looking crazy in the ropes, man. He messed that man's career up, man. But then he looking at Floyd like it was Floyd's fault. Floyd didn't tell him to go fight that dude. I'm watching this, man. I'm trying to compare this thing to boxing because, you know what I'm saying, I watch boxing. But anyway, man, he tried to jump the gun, man. He tried to go straight for the top. And you can't do that, man. And you see what happened, man. God cast him down, man. Man didn't do it. It was God that did that, man. All right, because he was moving too fast. He wasn't as experienced. Madonna jumped on him with that experience, just roughed him up. He ain't beat him with athleticism. He beat him with roughing him up experience, man. He knew how to get dirty. He ain't know how and you can tell Braun ain't never seen that before. You know what I'm saying? But when Floyd fought him, he knew how to handle that dirtiness, man. He knew how to handle Madonna when he came in there with that. All right? So some of you brothers got to stop despising your youth, man. Stop being a hairy and want to grow up, man. Respect your elders, man. And then if Absahel would have done this, he wouldn't have died, man. This dude didn't want to kill him, man. Because he had respect for his brother Jordan, man. And he had a bright future ahead of himself. When I hear this story, man, it makes me sad, man. Because I'm like, dang, man, this dude had a bright future for himself. And it just reminds me of a lot of these brothers out here that had a bright future for themselves that tried to grow up too fast, man. They wind up either in prison, man, or in the cemetery, man. All right? So it said he refused to turn aside. He wouldn't listen, man. Wherefore Abner with the hinder end of the spear smite him under the fifth rib, that the spear came out behind him, and he fell down there and died in the same place. And it came to pass that as many as came to the place where Absahel fell down and died, stood still. All right, so let's go get a precept on that, man. We're going to get Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 32. All right, this is not a long lesson. All right, it's just something I want to touch on. I got many other precepts, man, dealing with that. But I just wanted to touch on that. It was heavy on my mind, man. It was just something that I'm seeing, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I need to bring that out. I like to give all praise and honor, you know what I'm saying, to the Most High and His Son, man, for giving me the understanding and being able to point this issue out. Just in case there's brothers out here that they seeing it in their spirit, but they just didn't know how. They just probably went on their mind at the time. You know what I'm saying? They probably ain't, they probably working on another lesson or working on this. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like this was an issue that had to be brought out, So we're going to read this right here. This is Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 32. It reads, "Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head." All right. In case y'all don't know what that is. Some people don't know what that is. That's an old man. All right. When they say rise up, meaning you're going to start to get up above, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? And honor the face of the old man. See that? That means respect the face of the old man. And I seen that in the basketball league, man. All right. Kobe came in. He had much respect for Jordan, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though Jordan was past his prime, he was pushing 40, kicking the door down. Allen Iverson, Kobe, them had respect for Jordan, man. They had a lot of respect for that brother, man, for what he done, and he paved the way. Even though they came and took over, it was daytime then, man. People would come, they had new reporters in their ear, the devil. The paparazzi. We already know what time it is. They gonna wear the Saints out. They all in their ear asking them a question. Don't you think you're better than Jordan? Do you think you can score Jordan in his prime if he was in your prime. Well, he never was, and you never would see that. So why are we even entertaining these questions? But they do this thing to get in our people's head to the point, if you got pride on you, you're going to respond and be like, man, Jordan can't see me, man. I'll dunk on Jordan, man. And there's no way to prove it because this man is 40. He can't go back in time. And you sitting here 18, 20 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? It's no way to tell that. So just give that man his, you know what I'm saying, respect, man. Like, one person I like that do that is Mike Tyson. All right, and I seen an interview with Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. And they was asking him, who you think will win? They asked Mike Tyson, who you think will win between you and Muhammad Ali in y'all prime? And then Mike Tyson didn't even hesitate with his answer. And I like that answer he gave. He just straight up came out and was like, Muhammad Ali, he the greatest of all time. I ain't ready for him. So Muhammad Ali kind of just like, you know, hit him, like threw a little fake jab at him, just playing with him. You know what I'm saying? And man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, but he didn't have that. Most of these young upcoming fighters, like, man, I would have beat so-and-so tail, man. I'm the greatest to ever live, and so-and-so won this, and so-and-so won that. You know what I'm saying? Even Floyd, I done heard him doing interviews, and I looked at Broner as it goes around, comes around. You know what I'm saying? To him. That's what I seen. You know, you didn't have respect for the ones that was here and paid the way before you. You know what I'm saying? Now this man coming in, now he ain't having respect, you know, for you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I seen. Okay. But yeah, let me read this again. This is Leviticus 19:32. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head. See that? He's saying you're gonna rise up, man. It's just like when we just read 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 1. It says what? Let's go back to it right quick. Let's go get it. It reads, now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. But David waxed stronger and stronger, meaning he started to get up, he started to rise up higher and higher. And the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker, meaning his house started to get lesser and lesser. It started going down because he was getting older, man. All right, so now David is increasing while Saul is decreasing. Just like when, let's get another precept. Let's just get another precept. Some of y'all probably know where I'm going right here. Here we go. Let's get John 3:30 right quick. All right, John 3:30. And we know that John the Baptist was preaching this word before Christ. Okay? But listen what John the Baptist said here. All right, we're going to start here at 20. Let's start at 27. John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven. Ye yourselves bear me witness that I said, I am not the Christ. I'm not the one. But that I am sent before him. But he's saying I was sent before him though. See? I'm not. See, Christ just mean the one. The one. See that? The chosen. See, John the Baptist was very humble though, man. Okay? But that I am sent before him. But the thing is, he was sent before Christ. He that have the bride is the bridegroom. See? But the friend of the bridegroom, which standeth and heareth him, rejoices greatly because of the bridegroom's voice. This, my joy, therefore, is fulfilled. He's saying, I'm happy for him. Like the older heads, man, like, you know, the ones that done did their thing, man, and the younger brothers coming in and breaking their records. You know what I'm saying? If that was John would be happy for him, man. It's another brother coming into this truth that's doing the law, statute, and commandment. They humble. You know, the Lord teach them. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is with them. You know what I'm saying? They bringing this truth out heavy, hard. Heavy. He doing it a whole different way. And Christ was doing it a whole different way from how John was doing it. But watch what he say right here. He said, he must increase, but I must decrease. Because he understood the scriptures, man. It's like, I can't get in this young man way. Let him do what he do. Let him break these records, man. I hear a lot of rumors. I don't know if it's true or not. But a lot of them brothers in the box, and they be like, man, you know, they up on the floor. Floor don't want to see us break his record. And blah, 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 blah. I don't know if that's true or not. You know what I'm saying? All right. But if that's true, you know what I'm saying? Let them brothers do what they do. If they can break it, let them break it. You know what I'm saying? And young brothers might just be feeling that way, just like this young man Absahel, man. Feel like somebody in the way and they got to go after the top dog just to get this top spot. You don't have to do that, man. You just got to wait your time and focus on the people at around your level in this truth, man. So it said he must increase, but I must decrease. See that? All right. Let's go back to 2 Samuel 3:1. Now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David, but David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker, man. See that? Saul was getting weaker and weaker, even though Saul came. Who was Saul? The first king of what? Israel. All right, the Benjamin, son of Kish, man. He was there first. That was the first one they anointed to be king, for crying out loud, man. He came first. But he got to witness David. He got to see somebody who came in that was stronger than him. But the difference between this and John the Baptist, this man had envy, though. He had jealousy. So you got some elders out here, they're going to have jealousy for the young. And they use their counsel to shame the younger. So that's something, and elders, and we know that's something that's true. So when brothers come to the truth, younger brothers that's in the truth, they think that's what elders are doing because they experienced that with the pastors and before they was in the truth, or some that was in the truth and they experienced that with some of the brothers in the truth. They use their counsel to try to shame the younger person. And that's not right either, man. So Saul was standing in the way of what God was raising David up, but it was no way he could see whatever God do, no man can stop it. As you can see, he said David was going to be king. He became king. Saul couldn't do nothing to stop it. If anything, he got himself killed. All right. So David got stronger. He increased. Saul, weaker. He decreased. Okay, let's go back to Leviticus 19 and verse 32. So it said, ye shall, it says, thou shalt. That's a commandment, man. It's a commandment. See, Asahel wasn't keeping the commandment. It said, rise up before the hoary head. That means you're gonna get famous, man. All right. And then even Abner knew who he was, man. He started to rise up too fast. A little leaven it the whole lump. What do leaven do? Rise. Start rising, boy. See? Before the hoary head. And honor the face of the old man. He didn't want to respect what Abner was telling him. He said, listen, you better focus on them young boys, man. I'm telling you, I'm warning you. I'm going to put you in the dirt. That's what he told him, literally. He said, I'm going to put you in the dirt. Let's go back. This 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 22. And Abner said again to Absahel, turn thee aside from following me. Wherefore should I smite thee to the ground? How then should I hold up my face to Joab with thy brother? He said he was going to smite him to the ground, man. And I'm going to put you 6 feet, man. That's what he telling buddy, man. This ain't no game, man. Israel got to stop playing around, man. All right. We're going to get 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 6. But, you know, Absalom wanted that recognition. A lot of brothers just want a recognition. You don't have to go at the elder to get the recognition, man. You don't have to do that, man. You don't have to break the commandments to get it, man. You don't got to do that, man. You don't go against the script, man. This is 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 6. It reads, "And it came to pass, while there was war between the house of Saul and the house of David, that Abner made himself strong for the house of Saul. And Saul had a concubine, whose name was Rizpah, the daughter of Ah. And Ishbosheth said to Abner," this is the son of Saul, he finna confront the older guy. All right, because you got to understand, Abner was older than Ishbosheth if Saul is his father. And Abner is the cousin to Saul. All right. It says, "Wherefore hast thou gone into my father's concubine?" Because that's foolish, man. That's a fool. You breaking the command in. You don't win in another man's wife. If this was so, this is foolishness, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, Ishbosheth can't prove that. He can't prove that at the time. So I'm assuming it was rumors or something that he found out, you know. But we know if he did do this, that he don't take it too far. This is foolish. That's why I say in Sirach, we're going to get Sirach chapter 42 and verse 8. "Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish." Because that's foolish if he did something like that. So Ishbosheth felt like, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna check this old head, man. "And the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young." See? "Thus shalt thou be truly learned and approved of all men living." So if I can approve an older person, then you're going to be approved of all men. Absalom felt the same way. If I kill Abner, then I'm going to be accepted. I'm going to get my credit. I'm going to get my recognition that I deserve. See? I'm going to get my recognition. I'm going to be truly learned. Like Job said. Job 32 and 12. Let's go back to that. What Elihu say? "Yeah, I attended unto you and to your words. Look, I attended unto you, and behold, there was none of you that convinced Job or that answered his words." Then it go on to say, "Lest ye should say, we have found out wisdom." See? See that? They want to be approved, man. Because if I show him something, hey, I'm the top. This ain't no PlayStation, man. We can't play in this truth. We got to do what the commandments say. But brothers disrespectful, man. Brothers are very disrespectful, man. And in a hurry to grow up. That's why it says God thrusted him down, not man. Y'all didn't do it. God did, man. The word did. God is the word, man. That's why let's jump up to verse 7. I'm going to start at 6. "And Elihu, the son of Barashel, the Buzite, answered and said, I am young, and ye are very old." See? It's hoary head. "Wherefore I was afraid." See, he was afraid. Why? You should be afraid. He was afraid that he was going to break the commandment in Leviticus 19 and 32. So he had to be careful how he spoke, man. "And durst," meaning dare, "not show my opinion," because it was just an opinion. Elihu even saying it's an opinion what I'm coming with. Meaning it might not, opinion is just like buttholes. Everybody got one. That's all. That's all it was. "I said, days should speak, and multitude of years should teach wisdom. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. Great men are not always wise. Correct. Not always wise. Notice what it said. But sometimes they are. You got some men that are wise. You got to have that discernment. Neither do the aged understand judgment. Therefore I said, hearken to me. I also will show my opinion. Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with having an opinion. It's just an opinion, man. All right, but the thing is this. When you go at the elders, man, that chief cornerstone, because that's what those elders are. Not that main chief cornerstone when you talking about Christ, but the ones that he said, feed my sheep. All right? Like Peter. Feed my sheep. Those. We better be very careful to take heed to what the scriptures say. Luke chapter 20 and verse 17. We're going to read that right quick. It reads, and he beheld them and said, what is this? Then that is written, the stone which the builders rejected, the same has become the head of the corner. The head of that building, man, that cornerstone. Whosoever shall fall upon that stone shall be broken. But on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder. And we seen that with Absalom, man. Be careful, man. We have to be careful out here. All right? That's one thing we have to do. Let's get Sirach 34 and verse 9. It reads, a man that have traveled knoweth many things. All right? Saying he done been around, man. He done seen things that you ain't seen if you ain't never been there. He know his way around. You might know just the highways. If this man traveled a lot in that city, he gonna know the shortcuts, the dirt roads. You just gonna be on the GPS, just going in the highways, because it ain't showing you no back roads and dirt roads and all that. This man know how to get around, man. And he that have much experience will declare wisdom. And a man that got a lot of experience, he would declare that wisdom, man. He would declare it. He that have no experience knoweth little. That's all. Elihu was young, man. He just know little. Had no experience. But he that have traveled is full of prudence. When I traveled, I saw many things. And I understand more than I can express. So a lot of brothers that got experience, sometimes they can't even put a lot of stuff in words. They might not even have the scriptures to bring out at the time. They might not have the right scripture to bring out at the time, but they just know something about this ain't right. I've been coming to this spot here in this city, this back way, so many times. I never seen that there. Something ain't right about this. But somebody that's just not going to the city and going down that road, he don't know if that's familiar, if that's normal or it's not, because this is first time going down that road. But somebody that done went down that road, they used to seeing nothing but mailboxes on that road, and all of a sudden, this one day they go down that road and then they don't see no mailboxes on that road. Compared to this brother, this is first time ever going in that city and driving down this road, and he don't see no mailboxes. He's not going to think nothing of it. He's just going to drive down that road because he going to think that's normal. But somebody that's actually traveled, done been in that city numerous times, seen this over and over, he can tell that young brother, look, this ain't normal. Let's not go down this road. There's something going on down this road. And the young man can be like, he can trust the elder, or he can say, the GPS ain't go down this road, man. We good. Da-da-da. And it could be bears down there. It could be lions down there. You could be going into something, man, that you can't get out of. So it said, when I travel, I saw many things. and I understood more than I can express. So he told the brother, we're gonna get Leviticus 19 and verse 32. It reads, thou shalt rise up before the hoary head. Some brothers you gonna rise up, man. Start to get your shine, in this truth. Learn your precepts. You've been studying, you know what I'm saying? But don't ever let that go to your head, man. Show respect to the elders, man. The ones who paved the way, man. They might be going off. All right. There was a lot of them going off during the time of Christ, man. But Christ had respect too. He wasn't calling them out their names and all. He wasn't doing all that stuff, man. Unless they got wrong with him. But other than that, if someone give you respect, you give them respect back, man. Especially the hoary head, man. He say, and honor the face of the old man, man. When you rise up, put some respect on that old man name, man. And if he's an elder, give him double honors, man. And fear thy God. I am the Lord. He had to let them know, man. That's the beginning of wisdom right there, man. That's when you know a man getting wise, man. They respect the older ones, the ones that was here before they was, man. All these brothers thinking they wild and immature, man. They ain't got no wisdom, man. They out here respecting the old, man. They paved the way for you. Everybody talking about, get a little knowledge in the scripture, want to talk about a camp. Yeah, the camp might be going off or whatever, but they paved the way for you to open your Bible, get your precepts, man. But y'all, man, y'all got your Bibles, read it, man. But with that said right there, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to say shalom.
I'm here tonight. I'm not going to give up, man. Shit, now I'm going to fight. Ain't worried about the devil, cause I be right by it. In my heart, and no fear, I swear I'm down right here. I ain't gonna be nowhere. I'm here tonight. I'm not gonna give up, man. Shit, now I'm gonna fight. Ain't worried about the devil, cause I be right by it. In my heart, and no fear, I swear I'm down right here. I ain't gonna be nowhere. I'm here tonight. I'm not gonna give up, man. Shit, now I'm gonna fight. Ain't worried about the devil, cause I be right by it. In my heart, and no fear, I swear I'm down right here. I ain't gonna be nowhere. I'm here tonight. I'm not gonna give up, man. Shit, now I'm gonna fight. Ain't worried about the devil, cause I be right by it. In my heart, and no fear, I swear I'm down right here. I ain't gonna be nowhere.